Hey guys, it's Deck and I, and today's video is going to be really one big update about everything I'm working on at the moment. I have things to discuss regarding The Dying of the Day, which is an old book that I've republished recently and I'm busy with the hardcover at the moment. I'm going to discuss briefly Shift, my debut novel, which I'm also in the process of republishing, as well as the book that I am currently working on and hoping to publish next, and anything else that comes to mind regarding my current projects or my upcoming projects. I had hoped to film a video around about this time regarding The Dying of the Day exclusively, because that is what I've really been trying to finalize and finish up before August. The publication date that I put is supposed to be the 1st of August, but due to Ingram Spark experiencing a huge backlog of projects that people were uploading to the website and some server issues, there was a huge delay of like 3 weeks or something, so I have not been able to stick to my schedule with that project. I don't know if I'm going to be able to publish it before my deadline. I have a feeling I'm going to go over. I only yesterday received the e-proof, which was okay. The only issues were that the cover appeared too dull, which is the same sort of thing that happened with Cold-Blooded, my third novel that I've published. The KDP cover was a lot more vivid than the Ingram Sparks version of it, so I had to update The Dying of the Day's hardcover and just make the colors a little bit more vivid. So I have resubmitted those files. Hopefully they'll get back to me as soon as possible. The customer service team has been really helpful. They've been getting back to me pretty much within 12 hours. Like, they are stationed in the United States, so obviously there's going to be a bit of a delay between communications, but that aside, they've been really punctual with their replies and really helpful, so no critique of Ingram Sparks customer service. There was just some issue with like the volume of content that they were receiving and having to work through. At least that's what they said. So I'm hoping to finalize The Dying of the Day's hardcover this month and have it ready for August, but there's a chance that I may have to go over the deadline. If that happens, I don't really know how that works. I'm not quite sure what to do if that happens, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So yeah, a little bit of a delay with The Dying of the Day. I was hoping to show you the hardcover edition when I ordered my proof copy, but obviously I don't have that yet. I'm nowhere near getting that. But yeah, that's still an ongoing thing that I'm busy with. With regards to Shift, my debut novel, that book I published back in 2014. I was really young when I wrote it, and I have recently redesigned the cover and reformatted the interior. I've received my proof copy. It was really nice, but I have been reading through it as my proof copy to check for like spacing issues, formatting issues, and it's been taking a lot longer as well than anticipated. It's taken me probably well over a month to read through. I haven't even finished it yet. I'm nearing the end, but I don't know, it's a book that I'm proud of, and it's well written for its time. I think, you know, given how young I was when I wrote that book, when I started it especially, it's not something that I would read today. I'm just going to put it like that. I wouldn't pick up a fantasy novel about elemental powers geared towards young adults now at my age. So to be completely honest, it's not something that I'm relishing reading through, but you know, I'm probably still gonna go ahead and republish it because it's a decent book. I'll probably film a more in-depth video about my thoughts in more detail about that book. It's good, but it's also in a way painful to read, just because I suppose the phrasing here and there is a little bit off. It's not particularly juvenile, it's just, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I think I'm going to go into this in more detail in my upcoming video, but yeah, it's taken me longer than I anticipated because it's not been the most fun process to read through, but I do want to republish it and at least have it out there. I probably won't be promoting it, I won't be including it as a part of like my branding. For example, my YouTube banner, I'm gonna have all my books that are for sale, but I don't think I'm gonna have Shift up there. Like I said, I'm proud of it, but it's not something that I'm going to actively promote and encourage readers to buy, because it's definitely not representative of my writing ability of this day. I want to keep it out there just as a record, so I still wanted to make sure it had a decent cover and decent formatting. because the original one was kind of horrific. But yeah, that's sort of my thoughts on Shift. I'm not going to be promoting it a great deal. I probably will film my video regarding my thoughts and the fact that it's published, letting you know, but after that I probably won't mention it again. Debut novels, I don't know, I guess a lot of writers feel the same way about their first books, especially writers who started writing quite young. I'm glad I never published anything before that, that's for sure, although I did write quite a few books at an even younger age. But yeah, I mean, it's decent, it's just not my best, so yeah. As I mentioned in, I think, my previous video with all of my different writing projects that I'm working through, I have one top priority at the moment. I think I've just hit 74,000 or something with it, so it's really getting there. Definitely at least 3/4 of the way to getting the final, or the rough draft at least, ready to order a proof copy. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that book. I'm not going to reveal the title just yet, or the synopsis. That will be a forthcoming video, probably very soon, but I'm gonna just say that that book is getting really close to a point that I can start promoting it, because I don't know, once I hit, I think it's like 40,000 words, I know that that's a book I'm gonna stick with, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm gonna see it through to the end here and now. Like with my 2 other projects that I've paused, I want to carry on with them. They're both about 40,000 words. They are scheduled for after this book because this is my main priority. Once I have my first rough draft, I can carry on with the other books because it's a case of editing my current book rather than writing new scenes. So while I'm editing it, I can start writing scenes for the other books. Yeah, I've been really productive with this book recently, my main project. And so I know that it's getting towards the end and I'm really excited to share it. It's, I mentioned before, it's a sci-fi set in Russia, along the same vein as Cold-Blooded, not the same themes really, it's just the sci-fi element is there, the artificial intelligence, the kind of criminal intentions of all of these companies that utilize artificial intelligence and all these types of software. And I'm going to speak about this a lot more in a future video, so I'm not going to make this one too long, but just wanted to say, yeah, more details about this sci-fi are coming very soon, probably within the next month or 2. I'm trying to write just at least 1,000 words a day, which is good going for me. Bearing in mind, I don't write every single day of the week. I probably write 3 to 4 days a week at the moment, just depending. I don't have an exact publication date, that's for sure, because I've made publication dates in the past, or at least approximate dates, and I can just never stick to them because you never know what might come up. So all I know is I'm self-publishing this one. I'm not even going to bother querying it. This one is just kind of like Cold-Blooded. There's just so much has gone into it. It's so much a part of me that I don't want anyone to touch it. I just want it to be my book. So with that being said, I imagine I'll have a decent enough draft ready by the end of this year that I could even publish it. I'm going to say within the first half of next year. That's sort of quite a big time frame, I suppose, but I don't want to be any more specific than that. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 2022, no sooner than that, otherwise it'll be a case of rushing, which I don't do, and could be later than that, but I don't know, I've written so much of it now that I can see myself publishing it next year. And so yeah, that's kind of exciting. Definitely more updates for that book to come soon. I'm going to be telling you the title, I'm going to be showing you the cover because that's sorted as well, and I'm going to be not reading the exact synopsis because I'm still finalizing that, but I'm going to just be giving you a general idea of what it's about. So yeah, I'm excited to be able to do that. And yeah, that's sort of all I really had to say in this video. Quick thing about the audiobooks, because I've said before I plan on making audiobooks. I am intending to buy a new microphone soon, so once that is done, I'll look into that as well. If I can create quality that's worthy of actually being accepted by ACX, maybe in the near future you will be getting an audiobook for Cold-Blooded and The Dying of the Day, and hopefully all my future projects as well, because I am really excited to get stuck into that sometime as well. And yeah, that's everything I had to say, just an update, not the video I had planned, but yeah, just like an overall update about everything and keep you in the loop as to where I am. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I will see you shortly in my next video.